If you're working on a small sheet of paper like this one, and you don't want distortion because your vanishing points are too close together, here's my favorite strategy. So first of all, draw your horizon line as usual across your sheet of paper, and then grab a second sheet of paper, and this can just be scrap if you want, and extend your sheet onto the side. And I will usually go in and tape it down so we don't have anything shifting. And you can then extend your horizon line right off as far as you want onto that second sheet of paper. So when you place your vanishing points, they can be extremely far apart. In this case, none of my drawing is going to happen on this sheet. It's all going to happen here. But my vanishing point here will allow my drawing to look much more natural. So I'm just going to draw a quick little cube here. So the issue now becomes, even with my fairly long set square, I can't reach my farthest vanishing point. And that's a problem because I don't want to be guessing. It's going to make me lose accuracy. So if you find yourself in this circumstance, then we have a few different options. One, which is kind of silly but works okay, is to take two rulers, if you happen to have two, and tape them together. And that way you can line up with your vanishing point very easily. If you don't happen to have two rulers kicking around, but somewhere in your house you have any long straight-edged object like this piece of wood or the side of a giant picture frame or something, anything that you know is straight, you can use that as well. And worst case, if you have any string or yarn or thread, this can also be used as a way to line things up. This is just a little bit more difficult to keep in place while you draw. Often what I'll see people do is they'll tie their string to a push pin, and the push pin will stick into the table underneath to keep it straight. So these are a few different options we have, but I'm going to use right now my giant piece of wood because it is the sturdiest. And there's my finished box. And you can see when you look at this box, it looks far more natural than if I were to try and squeeze both my vanishing points on this single page. I would have a very pronounced distorted V here, whereas with my vanishing point way over here, it allows me to have a more natural form. So if you have the ability to do this, I recommend you give it a try, to put at least one of your vanishing points outside of the picture plane.